What's up guys, in this video we're going to be unboxing the new iPad Air 2. Here it is right in front of me. As you see, here's the new iPad on the front. Over here on the side it just says iPad Air, same with this side over here. It doesn't say actually iPad Air 2, nothing on the top and bottom. I'll flip it over to the back, we've got all the information and stuff like that. You see that I got a 16GB model, and this is the silver/white edition. I went with that just because that's what my iPhone 6 Plus and iPhone 6 are, so I was like, you know what, I will stick with the trend, and this generation of Apple products, I will go with the silver white models. Alright, so we got our handy dandy unboxing knife, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut right into this thing, and here we go. Peel it off, flip it over. Alright, now what you gotta do is lift the top off. Ta-da! There it is, the iPad Air 2. So I'm going to pull a little flap and we'll take it out and set it here to the side. I will look at what else is in the box. Alright, so we've got this, which says designed by Apple in California. Flip it over. We'll open this up. I already know what's in here. I can already guess. So we've got the iPad Air basic guide. We've got some information, and then of course we've got Apple stickers. Always got the Apple stickers. Under that is the Apple Lightning USB cable right there. Boom, it's always nice to get a new one of those because those break constantly. And then there is the wall adapter. And that is pretty much all that's in the unboxing. Very, very simple unboxing. Let's take a look at the iPad Air 2. Just so you guys know, like as soon as I finish an unboxing, I always put the stuff back exactly like it was, unless I ended up taking it out. But most of the time, I don't need these extra Apple cables and stuff like that. And ta-da, there we go. Just like it was before. Alright, so here's the iPad Air 2, which I can already immediately tell is definitely thinner than the last model. So let's go ahead and set it down and we'll peel this plastic off. I hate having to set it screen down, but I've got to. Let's peel off the back first. There we go. Is this the silver or is this a space gray? That kind of looks like space gray for some reason to me. I don't know why. No, that's the silver white. Okay, there it is. Look at that. Set this plastic to the side. I'll go ahead and hit the power button and start booting this thing up. There's the Apple logo. Now as far as the design, the only difference in the iPad Air 2 versus the first generation iPad Air is it's actually thinner. This one, the iPad Air 2 comes in at 6.1 millimeters, and the iPad Air first generation comes in at 7.5, which I can actually see that difference just by looking at it here flat on the table from an overhead view. This is thinner, I can see it, and it also felt lighter too when I picked it up. Like this feels super, super thin compared to this, which is also really, really thin. They called it the iPad Air for a reason, but oh my gosh, just so much thinner. It's crazy how much 0.6 of a millimeter difference makes. Now obviously one issue we're going to have to worry about with this is the issue of bending, but hopefully that won't be an issue. You won't be sitting on this, it won't be going in your pocket. You will probably be throwing it in a bag, but get a good case, get a strong, durable, hard case I would suggest, or something that's going to give it a little bit more frame to it, and yeah, you should be fine. Now going through the setup here on the iPad Air 2, and as you see, it is asking me to set up Touch ID, which if you didn't know, the new iPad Air 2 has the Touch ID fingerprint scanner built right into the home button. So pretty much what I want you to do here is just scan in my fingerprint by placing it down in multiple different ways, multiple times. And then I can unlock my iPad using my fingerprint, which I don't really use Touch ID hardly ever, but it is useful. I know a lot of people do use it, but I always have it turned off. Alright, so we're all set up now with the iPad Air 2. It's ready to go beside the iPad Air first generation with both their screens on, so you can see that. Now the thing about this display that's different in the first generation is this one actually has a fully laminated display and an anti-reflective coating. So when you're out in sunlight or just anywhere, if there's a reflection on it, it's going to look better. And I can kind of see that from here. I've got like a little glare coming from the window behind me, and it actually looks a little bit better right here. It's like I can see the screen just a little bit better on this one versus this one. This is giving me more of a reflection. Now obviously I'm indoors, this one has a screen protector over it, so that could be factoring in, but it kind of does look a bit better with this one. Now as far as the chips inside, Apple's new iPad Air has an A8X chip, which is their new chip, which is even faster than the iPhone 6 Plus. This has Apple's A8 chip, this is the Apple's A8X chip, which is even faster. They just came out with this one, and then they announced this one in the iPad Air 2, which makes sense. I feel like you should have more power on a screen this big compared to a phone this big. I mean, they aren't that much of a difference, but you know what I'm saying. Also in the iPad Air 2 is Apple's new M8 chip, which is the motion coprocessor, which handles the accelerometer, the gyroscope, lots of different things. It's pretty much a better all-around working chip, and it is smarter compared to the first generation, which has Apple's M7 chip. M8, M7. Now flip it over to the back, and you'll notice Apple's new camera they put in this thing. This is the 8 megapixel camera compared to the first generation, which has a 5 megapixel. So obviously it's going to take better photos, better videos, and it's just going to all around look better. But again, who is holding this gigantic iPad up and taking pictures with it. And I'm getting a text message already on it. So there you go, there's my unboxing of the iPad Air 2 and quick brief comparison of what's new in the 2 versus the first generation. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this and it helped you out in some way. If it did, please be sure to click the like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel right there so you don't miss any of my future videos. Obviously I have the iPad Air 2 review coming out soon, so stay tuned for that, as well as the iPhone 6 Plus review. I know I'm a little late on that, but that is coming soon along with the iPhone 6. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe for more, and peace.